Well, we made it. That's my first load on my sled. I got everything from a gun to food to talkies to my tiles. I gotta get down there. You can kind of see the top of the tiny cabin, and it is 37 degrees, and the road was mostly packed, which made it easy to get by, but this stuff is actually pretty good. It's rock, so even when it gets wet, just on some of those high hills, we're gonna get down this road. I think I'll just use the road. It'll give me a little path, and we'll start the crazy March camp out. Key's frozen, so I got another one. Wait, no. I think actually I do have it here. I think I put it in the car, but maybe I didn't. Ah, it is right here. Woo! Alright. It was heavy. So we got about, I'd say 2 foot, some of these spots. So here's the story. This is where I used to come as a little kid. It's about 46 years I've been coming here as a little kid. And this is kind of the area where we would camp. Always had this rock here. It's covered. That's our fire pit. And has a neat little rock back there that we would climb up on, and we would just tent right in here. We'd put tents right where that's at, tents over here. When we take the kids on the rock retreat, the middle school kids, they're all out here and up the hill. And this is probably the most snow I have seen in quite a long time. This is about 2 inches right here. If I pushed it all the way through, it seems like it snowed really heavy and then it froze, and it looks like there's another 2 inches on top of that, so I kind of stepped through it. But it rarely comes all the way up here to the porch, and it is all the way to the porch because it just melts so fast because it's on the south side. But it's snowing right now, but it's really quite warm. It's cloudy. We're going to get a little bit of this all day, but I don't think it's going to amount to anything. Hopefully I get out. The roads are pretty good. So I thought I would tell you about it. A lot of you maybe tiny cabins, you're thinking about getting one. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I didn't research it. All I did was really look at what I can do and if it was a possibility for me. And I couldn't build. I don't know how to build, and that would have taken too much time. I don't have the time to come out here, especially during the summers where we're doing trips for youth group and stuff. And so I just did it. I thought, I'm going to have these kids, I want to take them out during the fall and the spring, and I want to be able to put a stove in something where it's warm and it's not freezing out here in a tent, because that's just no fun after a couple times with the kids. And so I said, let's just do it. Let's invest in it. For me, this was quite a bit of money, but it is a tall barn shed, Tuff shed, from the Tuff Shed people. I didn't get it from a Home Depot or anything. I'm not a big Home Depot fan, but it is 10 by 12. This can't be any bigger out here, or we have to get propane, and we have to get septic tanks. We got to get all this kind of stuff out here. So it's just 10 by 12. But what I really like about it is I got a loft in there, and it goes really high. And so the kids have plenty of room up there. The whole thing is a loft, and I'll show it to you here in a bit. But I haven't done a whole lot to it because I've only had it for a few years, and I just don't have a whole lot of time to get up here. That's about, let's see what the temperature is here today. It's not too bad. Looks like about, gosh, looks like about 43 degrees. That's why it's melting. But kind of see the sides. You get a, if I had to do it again, I would put this as the front and turn the whole thing over and let that be a porch. It'd be easier to make a porch off the side of this. But I kind of wanted the door to be able to look out as well. And against the back, I do hope maybe put a little lean-to here, and maybe 4 feet coming out. I can make a bathroom and a shower. This is what it kind of looks like from the back. So I had to get the 2 windows. I probably should have gotten a window on the back. The window up above is really nice, and another one with a little more ventilation would have been perfect. Again, I don't know how to throw a window in because that is not my thing. Nice big door, but I don't like the door. I'd rather have had a smaller door and use more room. So now, of course, I can cut a door inside and all that, but I might just make that whole thing a window because it's a great view out to there while I sit in my bed. And so that might be a cool project that I'm excited about. So this is the actual stove, like I said, and the only thing I've really done is I've put up some nails and put some firewall. Works really well. And it came with this. It had one on that wall. I tore it out to put the Murphy bed in, and this actually was all the way up level to this because it was a workbench. And they said, do you want it any different? And I was like, no, just do it the way you do it. And then found out that was way too high. So that was one project, just taking that apart and lowering it. Now it's like a regular table. I hope to get this stove. I got a better one. I'm going to build this up. I'm going to build the fireplace up too, have fire underneath. It's windy today. And then I'm going to have the stove maybe off to the side so I could have all this counter space in this counter space. I put some cabinets in that changed everything because I used to have it on a table and it was just kind of messy, but we just slept on the floor. I just put this floor in. It was just this type of flooring almost, and that was the last project me and a friend did. And before we just came on here, we slept on a mattress, and it was just like a tent. That's all I kind of used it for. And then, of course, I had to try to start making it a little bit nicer, and I really wanted a nice bed. And we finally got that in. That was kind of the big project. And so I bought these cheap, light chairs. I don't have any like regular chairs. They're all camping chairs. So I don't like that. Let me move them over here. And I'll show you how the Murphy bed works. Alright, so it's the only problem I have. It's not wonderful. I kind of did it in my garage and then brought it here with the measurements. I want to cover this up. I might put some hooks up to put those light chairs. Those won't make much difference. But this thing is pretty heavy. And so I'd like to put it on a hydraulic type thing that kind of helps push it up. It's not bad for me, but anybody that's going to borrow this place might be a little tough on them. I just keep the tents that are underneath there for now. And there, I gotta pop these little 2x4 or 1x8s out a little bit. And there's my bed. Only thing I don't like about it is that I wanted a queen or a full size so I can get over here, but it covers this window up when I put the bed up. So it's not as bright in here, and I don't like that. I like it being bright in here. I want to put a couple shelves. These right here. Just got these collapsible ones. Had to go on Amazon to find those. Couldn't find them anywhere. And I could, when it's down, just so I could have a coffee cup and maybe a book. And then they just collapse when you put pressure on them. And that'll fold up, and I can still put the bed up. We'll see if it works that great. I'm going to take this shelf that I stained, and I need one over here. I'll show you kind of where I'm doing that. But that's the Murphy bed. That I put them on those things that are on the on a stool. They swivel, and that just swivels on that. Did it on the other side. That other corner was very difficult to get to. But man, changes everything. So it changes all the functioning of this place. I'm going to build a shelf here so I can have a place to set stuff and then have shelving underneath. I just don't have storage. I like to cover this whole thing up as well. And here's another one that I'm going to put up on that wall that can collapse so we can have some shelving just to put stuff up on not that lasts forever. But then I want to put some shelving around here too. So let's go check up the upstairs. And I got to get my stuff out of the way. Not completely moved in yet. And so I just threw these 2x4s on here. And this is the upstairs. And it's a good almost 5 foot from the peak to the bottom. I put this foam, that was fantastic. It hurt my knees every time I came up here. And then we just got a bunch of futons, and then the kids just come up here and throw their sleeping bags out, and they're good to go. None of the stupid mattresses. Blow-up mattresses are from Satan. I hate them. I don't like them. And then here's my fire, and this is what I got to figure out. I got to cut a hole in that today. That's going to be 6 inches instead of 2.5. So that's going to go clear to here, clear to out here, or I might have to just make it right here. Kind of just hold some blankets. Those are all sleeping bags and pillows. And now I just got to finish this side up. I got a little bit, I insulated everything. Put these panels in here. I hated them. They were very difficult to get in, all warped. None of them fit very well. I want to put trim up to cover the gaps. It's not much, but man, it is functional, and kids love it, and I love it. I would here is a great view from outside. So hopefully that might give you some ideas about what you can do. When it comes to the building, it works fantastic. When we insulated it, man, the fire in here, it stays warm in here. I won't have to have a fire. I'll put a fire in, but I don't probably need it with the sleeping bag at all. During the summer, you definitely don't need it, and it stays cool. Like I said, I would have liked to have a window there, cools this place up, or put maybe a fan in. There's a bunch of little things I can do, but like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. And so I have my friends come up and help me, or I've just been brainstorming and just going off of YouTube and seeing what you guys do on your little houses, your tiny houses, and it's been great. I've just kind of been learning on this, and then you know, a guy who has never been able to do construction kind of stuff is kind of learning how to do it, and able to go camping with my family too. So I'll show a bit more here and there, but I got to get started on that bad boy. So, you know, like I said, I might not be doing it right. I'm doing a lot of things wrong, but I'm doing it, and so that's what I like. I like getting up here and actually camping and doing some time with the family and I didn't have time making that, so I'm a little contract.